Peter, what happened with Standish?
He's safe.
Okay, good. And the demons?
They were looking for a name. You got a pen?
Yeah, go.
Dr. Isaac Delaney.
Okay. Who is he? What's his deal?
I was hoping you could tell me.
I'm on it. Just give me a few. Oh, and before I forget, you left that tracker from Tombstones at my place. I'll drop it at Dr. Octavius's lab. Let you know what I find on Delaney.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Spider-Man. As you saw, we have unlocked a new side mission. We can start hunting down Tombstone. But we're not going to do that just yet. We have quite a bit of other stuff that we can do at this point, including some other side missions. So we'll just get started on that first. And we also got a couple of skill points available, so let's see what we can get. Now, ground strike here is kind of a shockwave that you make upon landing. It's not super useful in fights, but it's actually required for some of the research station missions, so we might as well pick that up now.
This is Sable Control. Do we have an update on the situation in Clinton?
Yeah, some demons and Sable guys were having a gunfight on a rooftop somewhere, but who cares?
Control. Do we have an update on the situation in Clinton? Demons are firing on our APC.
When the vulture cracked my eye lens, it almost blinded me. That was a wake-up call. Had to upgrade to a stronger material.
Yeah, that looks unpleasant, to say the least. And also, since we are doing side missions today, or side stuff in general today, I figured that it might be a good time to use one of the alternate suits again. This is the Velocity suit and it was designed for this game. And its suit power is Blitz, which can knock over enemies while you're running.
Message from Doc.
Sorry to call so late. My mind's bursting with ideas. We've been thinking too small, Peter. Why replace missing limbs with facsimiles when we can improve upon them? People who've lost an arm understandably want it back, but we can give them something better. The human body doesn't need to be our default. We can go so far beyond it. Just some thoughts to conjure with.
Doc's really giving it both barrels. Hope he doesn't burn himself out.
Well, that didn't sound ominous in the slightest.
Hey, do you have time to check something out for me?
No, but if you ask nicely.
Just got a call about a suspicious-looking box on a rooftop in Hell's Kitchen. I could call it the bomb squad, but if it's just some kid's science project.
Yeah, I know. Budget crisis, yada yada yada. So...
Will you please check it out?
there's the magic word. I hope it's some kid's science project. Man, I miss those days. School projects are so much easier than real-life projects.
Yeah, the suit, I'm not a huge fan of the overall design of it, but I do like how the emblem glows and just kind of lights up the surroundings. That's kind of neat. And the suit power is, well, it's not the best around, but it's kind of fun, I suppose. And we can also see that this has just turned into an all-out war at this point, as the Sable guys have shown up and started blasting their guns at the demons. Thankfully not at us, so that's something at least. Still got a couple of guys left, it appears, so let's just get on with that. And taking them down, and I quite like that one. Just to pounce and just juggle that guy.
The city's turning into a war zone.
Situation result.
You can do some fun stuff with this game's combat system, in case you haven't noticed yet. And yeah, we'll also be taking pictures of landmarks and all that stuff. And more importantly, we are looking at these amazing cat drawings that Black Cat has left us.
Mr. Again.
Bet you're wondering why I'm back in the game. Straight and narrow just got boring. My target number's 50 million. Nice round number, don't you think?
I don't know, I'd go for 100 million. Gotta aim big, you know.
But if you catch me before I hit my goal, I'll give it all back and go straight. My future's in your hands, Spider.
And yeah, slowly but steadily we are finishing up these takeouts. And getting closer to Black Cat. Or closer to finding her location, I suppose.
The jammer I whipped up to jam Vulture's wings. Too bad he improved them after that.
And that is actually how Spider-Man originally beat the Vulture in the comics. He used a jammer to just, well, jam the Vulture's wings. And that is a pretty intimidating bit of graffiti there, of the Rhino on the wall. Apparently, Insomniac hired some graffiti artists to make some of this graffiti that you see around the city in the game. And for some reason this research station doesn't work. That is weird, let's try that again. Press the button. Ah, that's better. And apparently this one requires us to vaccinate the fish. Yeah, that seems like something that we can do. And whenever there's a mission that takes place at a certain time of day, we get this little transition to the correct time of day.
Hey Pete, this lab monitors the health of marine life, and we've got a bunch of medicine on site if you need it. But the effects these diseases have, they are not something any living creature should go through.
Looks like there's a bacterial infection in the fish. I better take care of it before the food supply's contaminated. Found an antibacterial spray in the lab that should heal the fish. I just need to spray it over the water. And fast, before people start getting sick. First step, get to the docks.
Right, so apparently these fish have the plague or something and we have to vaccinate them before they infect the entire human race.
Gotta get him out of the water.
And as we can see, somebody has dropped a bunch of toxic waste in the water at the docks, so that's very helpful. And here I'm just trying to kinda get to a position to actually whip these barrels. But no, that's not gonna work, we have to be close. And I don't think that actually being stationary or being perched, oh hello, or being perched actually, well, works. We have to be in midair.
Your friendly neighborhood garbage man.
Like that. So we have 5 more of these barrels scattered around and...
These barrels are smarter than some of the guys I usually fight.
And yeah, I'm trying to do this without falling in the water because even though I'm sure that the suit is waterproof, I still would prefer not to get it wet. Okay, and there's just one more left.
Now that it's clear, this is a perfect spot to spray.
And once we have gotten rid of all the barrels, we just have to spread the vaccine in these highlighted areas on the minimap. Not the most complicated of missions, to be sure.
If I spread it evenly, the water currents will take it far and wide. Gotta cover a wide area.
But it's also nice to be doing this sort of smaller scale thing as Spider-Man. Instead of, you know, constantly beating up super criminals and whatever.
Which is good, because there's not much for me to swing from further out. Based on the water currents, there's another area I need
Yeah, I
to
feel these missions are a nice change of pace. And I spied a backpack up here. It's kinda awkward to get to. It's on the side of this beam right here.
With this vial of the lizard's blood, I was able to mix up a cure and turn him back into Dr. Connors. Too bad it didn't last.
And apparently, yeah, the lizard is a thing in this continuity already. And Spider-Man has fought him.
Barrels. Definitely the source of the bacteria. I'll get rid of them. Great thing about barrels, they don't shoot at me.
I would cut some of this out, but I kinda want to keep Spider-Man's lines in.
The downside is, I don't think these barrels appreciate my quips.
But I think that was the last line he gives, so...
Clear to spray.
So we'll just cut to when we're done with the barrels and then get to spraying again.
This is why I never had an aquarium. I bet someone calls this into Jameson as Spider-Man, water polluter.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Okay, time
And
to
just
find a
swing from-
spot to scan my finny friends and make sure they're cured. All clean. Well, by the standards of the docks. We stopped an outbreak before it started. It'll be tough for Oscorp to argue this station isn't pulling its weight.
And we didn't even get our suit wet. And speaking of suits, I think we have seen enough of the Velocity suit, and let's get into the Spider Armor Mark II. I quite like the look of this one. The mask isn't really my favorite, but I like the color scheme on it. Kind of has the old black and gold JPS Lotus thing going on. And we are right next to another one of the Black Cat stakeouts, so we might as well go and check that out. That is amazing. Black Cat should sell those online and earn millions of dollars.
Felicia's close to her goal. I've got to put an end to this, and fast. This area's full of Wall Street guys. Target-rich environment.
Yeah, this one I remember being a little bit hard to find on my first playthrough, but it's down here.
There you are. She's obviously familiar with these places. And that gives me an idea how to catch her.
Like all those other ones are on the rooftops, so I didn't quite think to look on the street level. So, let's see what we got next on the agenda. We have multiple side missions that we can check out, and there was also that suspicious box on a rooftop somewhere, as Yuri told us. But yeah, let's go do this particular side mission right here.
A group of terrorists assassinate American citizens in a bombing. How is it possible that instead of being wiped out of existence, these masked criminals are still at large and still striking at innocent people like Oscorp CFO Charles Standish in their own homes? How? You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, my cousin's a corrections officer. And he says the demons they've arrested aren't talking. They clam up, won't even speak to their lawyers.
This underscores a concern I've had about these demons. They're not regular criminals. They might not even be ordinary terrorists, although they certainly commit terrorist acts. But it looks to me more and more like they're a cult.
Are you kidding me? Those kind of people are out of their minds. They'll do anything.
It's horrifying, isn't it? Does this mean that we have to live in fear? To be constantly looking over our shoulders? To expect an attack at any moment? My opinion, folks, the answer is yes.
Right. Now that we have listened to Jonah's latest rant, let's go ahead and chase after a pigeon. Well, at least try to chase after a pigeon. And get stuck on geometry along the way, because that is what we do. That took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but eventually we got it.
Gotta stop this before it turns into a massacre.
And here we might as well show off the suit power for the Spider Armor Mark II. Bulletproof. That pretty much does what it says on the tin. We are impervious to bullets, including sniper bullets. So yeah, that can save your ass in some situations. Although the cooldown on it is pretty long, so you will want to take care. And also it does not protect you from getting clobbered in the face with the butt of a rifle, so beware of that. And looks like we have the Sable guys around here as well. Uselessly blinking away at the demons.
Your assistance was unnecessary, Spider-Man.
Aw, you can't fool me, Mr. Gruff Exterior. I know you love me, and I love you back. Sable's struggling to hold their own against the demons. Bad sign.
But that takes care of that, and now we shall head towards the side mission. At least until we get distracted by something again. There was a research station there, but we already did one in this video, so we'll leave that for later. And since we are here at the Natural History Museum, we might as well grab a picture of that. The textures weren't quite loading in on the banners, but who cares?
Be advised, a mugging was just reported. Officers needed in the area of Columbia.
Aw, the good luck card from when I left the Daily Bugle to go into research. Some really great people there. And Jameson.
Yeah, so the most interesting name on the card there is Eddie Brock, who of course we know better as Venom. He in the comics was a journalist for the Daily Globe instead of the Daily Bugle, as he is in many other continuities, such as this one apparently. And then we'll just...
That's it? I feel like the hold-up guys are phoning it in lately.
Thanks. You wouldn't understand, but it's hard to have money.
Yeah, just stop this smugging here. And Spider-Man knows very well what it's like to have money trouble. As we have seen.
Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Why doesn't it ever feel like it?
Attention Sable teams. Need immediate sitrep on the status in Bloomingdale.
And apparently these Sable guys are in trouble again, so let's go and help them out. And we are getting pretty close to having all the backpacks. We are currently at 40. out of 55.
Not long ago, the demons committed another heinous act of terrorism when they took a tour bus and all of its occupants hostage. We have one of those occupants here with us now, a Mrs. Edna Packer of Edina, Minnesota. What happened, ma'am?
Well, these horrible men in masks came on board with guns and held us all hostage. I thought I'd never see my kids again. And then the police saved us, and Spider-Man, of course. He was so brave.
Mrs. Packer, I'm so glad you're safe. And also that I can enlighten you about Spider-Man. You're from out of town, so you don't know what a menace he is.
But he saved me and my husband.
But look at the big picture. Do you have these kind of crimes in Edina?
Oh, certainly not.
And do you have Spider-Man in Edina?
No.
And that is not a coincidence. You're welcome, Mrs. Packer. I consider explaining these things a public service.
One day we will have Jonas say something nice about us. It'll be any day now. Now before we go to the side mission, I think we should do yet another costume change. We get the Iron Spider suit from the movies. Specifically from Infinity War. And briefly from the Spider-Man Homecoming movie.
Okay, the people in the top floor apartments are really annoyed with you right now.
And since there are these demons hanging about, we get to show off the suit in combat. And we'll also use the suit power, which in this case is the iron arms. Which are just really, really cool. They punch right through shields. And increase your range, of course. The gunfire from the Sable guys is getting kind of distracting, to be fair.
Although it's kind of rude you didn't.
Yeah, good job, guys. You did it all by yourselves. But now we'll get to the side mission.
Spider-Man, you should check this out. Wow.
Well, right after we use that skill point that we just got. We got a couple of these ones that require one skill point. Might as well just increase the distance on our web strike. It'll come in handy.
Doing a little nighttime bird watching?
Well, I was watching for nocturnal raptors in the park when I noticed a bunch of men armed with rifles over at Belvedere Castle.
Thanks for the heads up, Miss,
Stephanie, let me know if I can help. I'll keep an eye on the activities from up here.
Thanks for the assist, Stephanie. Why would armed men be at Belvedere Castle? I got a hunch they're not tourists.
You'll never know. They might just be taking in the scenery. But I guess we should go and check that out. Just swing our way right across Central Park.
Fisk's men. This isn't good.
Well, I guess they're not tourists then. And we got a handful of guys to take out. This sniper here, of course, being the most crucial to start with. The rest of them we can kinda just take out at our leisure.
Getting too old for this. Might have something. Stand by.
Just distract the one guy, and there we go. Web strike. And then there's two more guys left. And they're just not noticing anything. They're too busy with that laptop.
Can anyone hear me?
And one of them started moving, so let's use the tripwire for once. Yeah.
Friday night. That's all of them. Let's find out what they were up to. Not sure what's going on here. Wonder if there's any info I can get from this flash drive. Awesome. Stephanie, a bird just stole a flash drive full of evidence. Maybe a pigeon. Is that normal?
It is nesting season, so I'm not surprised. You know, I think there's a nest in the trees just southeast of the castle.
Great, I'll check it out.
Oh, pigeons, our true nemesis.
He's got buddies. Great. Come back with that flash drive, you dirty sky rat!
Try positive reinforcement. You know, pigeons are actually remarkably intelligent.
Remarkably intelligent, huh? Hey, pigeons! Sorry about the dirty sky rats thing. Maybe we can make a deal? Whatever Fisk is paying you in birdseed, I'll double it!
Don't lie, Peter, you can't afford to pay them anything. But yeah, anyway, this is just a basic pigeon chase, except there's 4 of them instead of 1. So yeah, just keep up with them and then whip one of them up.
It doesn't have the drive. Fuck this. This is it. I've got the drive. Back to the laptop to see what Fisk's men were up to.
I don't know if it's randomized which pigeon has the drive, or if it's always gonna be the 3rd one. But never mind. Because we are here, so let's check out the laptop.
Looks like they were uploading a worm to the Central Park Wi-Fi system. This could give them backdoor access to a ton of personal data. Come to think of it, even I use this network. Wait, it's still uploading remotely. There must be multiple access points. Stephanie, you're my eyes in the sky. See anything else strange in the park?
I see a pair of horned owls and... Oh, more guys at a nearby junction box.
Thanks. Keep a lookout for anything else. I need to get to that junction box before the upload completes. If they can't access the laptop, they can't upload.
Okay, no illegal uploading on our watch. And someday I will learn not to web strike directly at one of these baton guys. Without immediately following up with a dodge.
Okay, this is almost as exciting as the time I saw 3 chestnut-sided warblers. Hey, I just noticed 2 other junction boxes being hit. Sending you the location.
Thanks for the heads up. I better get moving. 2 more? I never thought I'd say this, but why does Central Park need such strong Wi-Fi coverage? A lot of people came here to get away.
I also gotta say that the Iron Spider suit looks absolutely fantastic in-game. Especially at 4K HDR. All the little lights and that kind of stuff, it's just... It really pops and it just looks absolutely amazing. But here we have another access point with some idiots to beat up.
Wait! Only 1 more to go.
And I like how we just knocked that other guy down by kicking that dude at him. Or into him. Always like when that happens. Yeah, we're not really in a hurry here. Despite the time limit, we have more than enough time to get to all of the 3 access points. With plenty of time left.
There. The people of Manhattan can rest easy knowing that their passwords and cat videos are safe.
Spider-Man? I think they might have seen me.
Oh no. Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Armed men just arrived.
Lock the roof entrance and hold tight. I'm on my way. Need to get to Stephanie before Fisk's men do. She wouldn't be involved if it weren't for me.
They're trying to break down the door.
We know you're working with the spider. Open up!
Nearly there. Hide.
Come on, Webs. Work faster. Work your magic.
Split up and find the girl with the binoculars.
Yeah, kinda activated the Iron Spider arms a little bit prematurely, but who cares? Just send those guys flying right off the building. Good times were had by everyone involved. But yeah, we'll just finish up this last guy and then we'll be done with that. And that'll also be the end of the video, so I will be seeing you later.
Oh, thank you, Spider-Man. That was a little more exciting than my average night of birding.
Hey, thank you. Your eagle eye stopped an incarcerated crime boss from harvesting half the city's personal data.
Not too shabby, huh? Plus, I found a nest of red-breasted nuthatches when you triple kicked that guy in the face. Real beauties, too. You want to check them out?
Thanks, but I think I'll focus on jailbirds for now.